Summer camp was supposed to be the best time of the year, filled with swimming, campfires, and new friends. But for one young boy, it quickly turned into a nightmare. Every mealtime was torture. As he sat down with his tray, the whispers and taunts would start. A bigger kid, the camp bully, would make fun of his weight, pointing and laughing. The words felt like stones, each one hitting harder than the last. He tried to ignore them, to eat quickly, but the laughter echoed in his ears. After meals, he'd run back to his cabin, find his bunk, and bury his face in his pillow, trying to muffle his sobs. The woodsy smell of the cabin and the cheerful sounds of other kids playing outside just made him feel more alone. He wanted to disappear. He felt like a ghost, haunting the edges of all the fun everyone else was having. The joy of camp was completely gone, replaced by a constant heavy dread. Soon, the dread turned into fear. He started to dread mealtimes so much that he'd skip them altogether. He'd pretend he wasn't hungry, even when his stomach was growling. He'd watch the other kids run off to the dining hall, a happy, chattering group, and he'd slip away to the woods or hide in the empty arts and crafts building. The loneliness was crushing. He'd see other boys pairing up for canoe races or laughing together during scavenger hunts, and a deep ache would settle in his chest. He felt invisible. He'd walk around the campgrounds by himself, kicking at pine cones, wondering what was so wrong with him. Why didn't anyone want to be his friend? Why did that one boy have to be so mean? He felt completely isolated, like he was on a tiny island while everyone else was having a party on the mainland. The days stretched on, each one feeling longer and more empty than the last. He missed his family. He missed his home. He just wanted the hurt to stop. One afternoon, a camp counselor noticed him sitting alone by the lake, looking heartbroken. The counselor, a kind young man, sat down beside him and just listened. After the boy tearfully explained what was happening, the counselor opened a small Bible he carried. He didn't lecture or give easy advice. Instead, he simply read a verse, Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. The words felt like a warm blanket. The idea that God was right there with him, that he wasn't truly alone, sparked a tiny flicker of hope. Later that evening, the boy went back to the lake by himself. As the sun set, painting the water in shades of orange and pink, he prayed. It wasn't a fancy prayer, just a desperate whisper from his heart. Lord, he said, the counselor said you're with me. If you're really here, please help me. Help me be brave. I don't know what to do. In that quiet moment, a sense of peace settled over him. It wasn't a magical solution, but he no longer felt completely alone. The next day, armed with his newfound courage, the boy decided to do something completely unexpected. He saw the bully sitting by himself, looking a little down. Taking a deep breath, the boy walked over. His heart was pounding, but he remembered the verse. He remembered his prayer. He held out a snack he had saved from his care package. Want one? He asked, his voice shaking slightly. The bully looked up, surprised, then suspicious. But the boy just smiled and started talking not about the teasing, but about his dog back home and his favorite comic book. To his astonishment, the bully started talking back. He confessed that he was only mean because he was scared. His parents were fighting a lot, and he felt like if he acted tough, no one could hurt him. He admitted he was insecure and didn't know how to make friends any other way. Then, looking the boy right in the eye, he said two words the boy never thought he'd hear. I'm sorry. It was a turning point. From that moment on, everything changed. The apology was genuine, and the act of kindness had opened a door. The two boys started spending time together, discovering they actually had a lot in common. They became partners in the three-legged race. They paddled a canoe together without tipping over, and they sat side by side at the campfire, roasting marshmallows and telling ghost stories. The boy who was once the bully became the boy's protector and his closest friend. Laughter replaced tears, and the dining hall was no longer a place of fear, but a place of friendship. For the rest of camp, they were inseparable. They were true camp buddies, the kind you read about in stories. The transformation was so incredible, it felt like a little miracle by the lake. The pain of the first week faded into a distant memory, replaced by the joy of an unlikely but wonderful friendship. This story shows us something powerful. When you feel hurt, alone, or bullied, it's easy to feel like God is far away. But He is right there with you, ready to give you strength. Sometimes, the bravest thing you can do isn't to fight back with anger, but to respond with unexpected love and kindness. You never know what battles someone else is fighting on the inside. So if you're going through a tough time, remember you're not alone. You might just find your own summer camp miracle. Thanks for watching, and I hope this story brings you a little hope today. Don't forget to follow for more inspiring stories.